name is Russell Myers. Welcome to And Unity for All. And today, want to talk about the war on drugs and opiate addiction. I'm not going to give you a bunch of numbers or references here. If you want those, you can look them up. My biggest problem with some of these things is look at any scientific study, and you're going to get different conflicting numbers that don't always agree. That depends on a number of things. First of all, what criteria are they using? But the biggest thing you always have to look at with any scientific study, look at who paid for that study. Look at how they stand to make a profit off of the results of the study. If you look at how they stand to make a profit, you can tell exactly what the results of the study are going to be before you ever read the study. They're slanted. Yeah, so I'm not going to use it. The one thing that we all agree on here is that, the war on drugs has been going on for over 45 years. That's the official number. It's been going on a lot longer than that. Look at how drugs were used against the hippies in the 1960s. Go back and watch West Side Story and see how, and movies from the 1950s. And you see, it was a problem then. The movie Reefer Madness came out in 1936. That's how long this propaganda against marijuana has been going on. They recognized heroin and morphine and opium addiction as a major problem in London in the 1890s. So we've been waging this war for a long, long time. And the response keeps on going in circles. It's time for us to take a different approach. And now opiate addiction in America is rising. We know that. We know that from the number of prescriptions being written. We know that from the number of people being arrested. So we can't keep doing this. Once again, look at who stands to profit. We've got the drug companies making a profit. Right now, numbers that I have heard, we know that America makes up 20% of the population of the planet. And yet we are consuming 80% of the world's opiate supply. I'll say that again. 80% of the world's opiate supply. And in case you're wondering, all opiates come from the same source, from the opium poppies. Yeah, and yet, isn't it funny that it's illegal to grow opium poppies in the United States, but we have American troops guarding opium poppy fields in Afghanistan. So we are paying for American troops to guard drug fields in a country that had outlawed the growth of poppies before we got involved. That is what the Taliban had done. They outlawed growing poppies. And now, most of the world's opium supply comes from Afghanistan. That's your freedom at work. This is what you're paying for the military to do. And then where does the production from those fields go to? It goes to American drug companies. So we are paying American troops to guard drug fields that were frowned on in that country for the sake of the profit of American drug companies, corporations. So then what happens? There's been this big controversy about how more and more doctors have been writing more and more opiate prescriptions. And like I said, all the opiates come from the same source. It doesn't matter whether it is morphine or the illegal forms, opium, heroin, drug after drug. You look at the source, they're either a straight form of refined opium or they're a synthetic form of opium. But most of them come from the same place. So almost all the addictive painkillers come from opium. All right, so the doctors write prescriptions, and then the insurance companies get involved. How are they making a profit off of this? Well, okay, they invest in the drug companies. So you're paying for your insurance premium, but you have a deductible. So you pay your premium, then you have to pay for the prescription. So the insurance company is making money off of your premium, and then they make money when you pay out of pocket to go fill your prescription. Not done there yet. So, and look at how Aetna and CVS Pharmacy joined together. I mean, they just put it right out there. So they're making money at every stage of this, while you're paying for the production at every stage of this. All right, so not done yet. Okay, so you wind up addicted to an opiate, and then they cut off your prescription after you're addicted. Okay, let's say you wind up taking some illegal form of drug, and then you get busted for it. What happens? You wind up going to a corporate for-profit prison. So, yeah, guess what? The insurance company and the drug company are both are invested in the for-profit prison. So they're making more money off of you being thrown in jail. And who is paying for the people that get arrested and thrown into the for-profit prisons? Where does the money come from to run the for-profit prisons? It comes from you. So, but let's keep the drug war going, even though it's been going on for over 100 years when you look at the real facts. Then we've got drug company CEOs sitting on the board of the DEA and the FDA. We start talking about non-addictive substances that can control pain and often treat other conditions as well, such as cannabis, which most Americans now approve of legalizing marijuana at some level, if not recreationally, then at least medically. But they still keep it a Class 1 drug when no one has ever died from a marijuana overdose. No one, ever. Tens of thousands of people die from opiates every year. It doesn't do any damage to your liver. It doesn't do any brain damage, and it's not addictive. It treats other conditions, but we're going to make that a Class 1 drug. So our government is working for the profit of the corporations. We cannot deny that. It's not a question. They don't want you to have access to something you can grow in your backyard for free. So, what happened in Colorado when they legalized marijuana? Opiate overdoses decreased by something like 26%. You know, the number of prescriptions for opiates dropped drastically. And of course, the insurance companies don't want to pay for you to be on prescription marijuana. Then you got kratom, which is a non-addictive pain medication that has been shown to be very effective on treating some forms of pain. What do they do with it? Again, it comes from a plant. There's never been a report of an overdose. Never. As far as I know, there's no serious medical side effect from this. I could be wrong. I haven't seen anything about it, though. And so they make it a Class 1 drug. You've got no access to it. It's not legal to grow. It's not legal to possess. So again, our government is working for the profit of the drug companies. As far as actions, I don't really know what to tell you except to get on the phone and write to elected officials. I will put the link again below to contact your elected officials. Tell them that you approve of marijuana and kratom to be legalized, at the very least for medical use, and for open research to be conducted for possible over-the-counter purchase. I mean, they're safer than Tylenol, which can destroy your liver. They're definitely safer than alcohol, which can destroy your liver and your brain. Definitely safer than opiates, because neither marijuana or kratom is going to kill you. And both of them cost less. And you don't have to have American troops guarding fields if it's legalized in some foreign country. We're paying for all of this. We're being played. At every stage of the game, we're being played. And it's time for it to stop. It's time to rise up. The other thing you can do is to contact the FDA and the DEA. And I will put the contact pages for them as well. I think both of them you actually have to call. You can't write to. But tell them the same thing. So, all right, that's it for today. I got a phone call coming in. And please hit like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. If you can, become a patron on Patreon. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.